Hey Taurus, welcome to your June 2025 reading. Thank you so much for tuning in here today. Welcome back. Beautiful subscribers, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Your energy was calling me, so let's see what Spirit has for you here. June 2025, Taurus. We have masters, teachers, and loved ones. You are being guided by the divine. Allow your heart space to open and trust that we are here with you every step of the way. So this is a card about callings, about trusting where you are feeling led, about trusting your inner voice, your intuition. You are being guided right now by the divine. So trusting the divine voice. It is one of allowance. It is one of trust. It is one of love. And sometimes that love means saying no to the wrong people, places, opportunities, invitations, and saying yes to the right ones. You have soul rooms. We are unpacking teachings from your soul rooms. Take a moment to be still now during these activations. Ooh. So I feel like there is definitely activations here of higher frequencies flooding in, Taurus. I don't know if you feel or have felt a shift recently, especially around the new moon in Gemini. There's been some sort of spark or opening somewhere, be it in the crown, the heart, the throat. You could be feeling this in several of your chakras. I feel some sort of opening that is allowing new frequencies, new downloads, new activations to come through. Number 22. Support, synchronization, unity, soul contracts, soul connections. Let's see. I'm also getting that there's some Tauruses here who are teachers of some sort, who are mastering something in their lives that you're meant to teach to the world. I get this strong feeling that you are going to be invited to spaces that you once wished to be a part of or wished to be invited to. You could have had a long life dream of being on a stage or being a part of something. I see this as a part of your future, your destiny. You have Lords of the Records. The archive of your soul information is open and ready for you to access. You can now align more deeply with your soul purpose. Interesting. So your soul purpose is coming through. You're mastering, or you're meant to master something in this lifetime, whatever that is. A skill, an art, a way of living, a way of showing up in this world that you are meant to embody and maybe teach through action, through embodiment, through action, through how you live. Lords of the Record. So Taurus, this is also an energy of if you have felt lost recently, there's something coming through where you're going to receive this wave or this activation, something comes online for you. Looking at the bottom of the deck, enlightened, something comes alive or online for you to now see what next steps you should take. And this is something perhaps close to home in the sense of it might surprise you. Okay, it's something that you're naturally inclined to do or have been fascinated by for some time or have already been practicing. We have enlightened. The knowledge you seek is seeking you. There are no distorted versions of reality. So I'm getting this as confirmation that the downloads, the activations coming through right now are going to be pure, of high vibration. They won't be distorted. And once again, soul purpose coming through. Soul purpose. For the enlightened card, it says, close your eyes and open your mind. You have been imparted wisdom to guide you in assisting in the up-leveling of the collective. So you would be surprised of how you can do this. It may not even be through a traditional means of being a teacher, but in how you show up to your life. It could be inspiring. It could uplift. Okay. I have so many decks, Taurus, and sometimes I switch things up here on the channel. I don't use the same decks in every reading. I hope that's okay for you. Recent subscribers, I got a wave of Taurian subscribers. I'm so grateful for your presence here. Okay, life journey. Life journey coming through, Taurus. I like this. I really like this. You have drawn this card today because you are at an important point in your life journey. You will benefit greatly by taking the time to consider where you have been, where you are now, and where you would like to go. If you are currently feeling frustrated or stuck in any area of your life, your angels and spirit guides would like to encourage you to look at this treading water period in a much more positive light. Often we place too much emphasis on activity and being busy all the time because it can give us the illusion of progress. Even the most experienced sailor must stop to consult his navigation charts and do his calculations on a regular basis. For without the discipline required for navigating our lives, we run the risk of becoming lost or even floundering upon the rocks. Stopping to take your bearings is an essential part of your life journey. Use this time to tie up any loose ends. Do all those little things that you have been meaning to do and get really clear within yourself about what you would like to create next. It may be that you simply need to rest for a while before going headlong into the next project. Acknowledging yourself for what you have already achieved will also be important at this time. It may be that there is still something else you need to learn, understand, accept, or even let go of before you can move forward meaningfully again. Or it may simply be that divine timing has not yet come into play and that patience is required. In your heart, you will know what factors are at play. Instead of feeling frustrated, try blessing the plateau that you are resting on and notice all the views it now affords. Review your life in the ways we have mentioned above and do the necessary consolidation and preparation. Then, when you are truly ready, start the next leg of your journey with one small step. Remind yourself that even though the mind may be impatient, your soul knows you have already come a long, long way. So, Taurus, this subtle or maybe not so subtle shift happening right now is moving us out of destination addiction and into being and living now, living here without any feelings of lack or that we need to keep being on this constant pursuit of happiness, of more. This pause or feeling of maybe a plateau for some people or stillness for others or pause or respite is very on time and it's very divine. And I don't know if you've noticed, I didn't put out a lot of readings in May. That was intentional. I too am a Taurus sun rising. I am facing very similar energies. It obviously shows up differently in all our lives. But pause, rest, lulls, as annoying as they can be for some of us who are more impatient than others, are necessary to get us to regroup, rethink, realign. Make sure our heart, our mind, our bodies are all on the same page, that they all want the same thing. Let's get some more energies out here for you, Taurus. Energy for June, if we can get an overarching theme for the beautiful sign of Taurus. All right. June, 6 of Wands. So, although you may be pulled off the hamster wheel race, you may be uninterested in participating in urgency for the time being, there will be some success or some victory or some achievement coming up that you have to look forward to. In taking intentional pauses and rest and time for reflection, time for you, time to recharge in any way that makes sense to you, looking at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles, there's something strange happens here. You're no longer chasing. You're no longer pursuing. You're no longer rushed or have this sense of urgency. And things come to you. They come to you a little bit easier in June. The way forward also becomes a little clearer as a result of not constantly rushing or constantly doing where you miss something important. Let's look at your current energy, or your energy, the main energy for June 2025, how Taurus is showing up, how you're perceived perhaps, how you're feeling inside. Taurus, June 2025. Ooh, okay. King of Pentacles. 3 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. We have a bonus card. King of Pentacles is you're still standing on business. You still are showing up to the things in life that matter. You're not taking a complete hiatus or falling off completely. You're staying on top of the goals in life that matter, the things in life that are meaningful to you. We have Judgment here. What a powerhouse of a card. I'm getting Pluto. Okay, Pluto, Plutonic energy, transformation. I feel like this is a period of profound transformation from your inner world, spiraling outwardly to your outer world, affecting finances, your stability, your ability to attract more to you. There's some transformation energies happening here in June for Taurus. Really transforming from within. Really aligning more, right? It says it right here, aligning more deeply with your soul purpose. And more than soul purpose, right? It's aligning more to your soul, to your being, to allowing yourself to show up in this world in a way that feels good to you. Let's look at your environment, Taurus. We have, ooh, beautiful. Queen of Pentacles. So you're going to feel really safe at being able to take intentional pauses and rest and time for you. This month feels like it is going to feel safe to do that. There are times in life where it doesn't feel safe, but this month it feels safe. June is a perfect time to reconnect to yourself, to reconnect to beautifying your world from the inside out. I'm getting a book come through called You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. I used to read this book forward, backward. I used to study it. I used to write it. I did all the exercises. It truly did heal my life many, 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 many years ago. And it's coming to my mind right now. Sometimes we overlook simplicity. Like, it's a very simple book, but if you do the activities, the exercises, really work with it, it can create magic in our world. Why is that coming through, Taurus? Queen of Pentacles. Something about beautifying yourself, your world again, going back to your roots. Something about giving yourself a break from being so polished. You know, if you have curly hair, letting your hair down, letting your natural hair grow through. Wearing clothes that are comfortable, loose fitting, feminine, still attractive on you. Okay, Taurus, we're ruled by Venus, working with Venusian energies, scents, aroma, fabrics. Okay, our personal style, our appearance. New moon in Gemini, that's our second house if you're a Taurus rising. If not, look for where Gemini is. A lot of Taurians have Gemini placements. Connecting back to the Venus energy, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. And also I'm getting divine masculine, divine feminine energies within yourself. So in any given day or any given week, allowing yourself to do activities that are feminine in nature and activities that are masculine, and it doesn't have to be all one or the other. Okay, no matter if you're male or female in a physical body, allowing yourself to show up in feminine ways and masculine. So for me, this is showing up where I enjoy going to the gym and lifting weights and building muscle and exerting energy in that kind of way. But I also really love yoga, and I love stillness, and I love gentle movement. And there was a time in my life where I transitioned or vacillated between just doing yoga or just going to the gym. And it's like, why not do both? Incorporating both. It's not all or nothing. Okay, so another energy coming through is balance. We have High Priestess. Balance between the yin and the yang. Balance between, there you go, Two of Pentacles, Two of High Priestess. There's that double two. Soul rooms. Balance between the masculine, feminine energies within ourselves. I'm hoping this also plays out in our connections with others, where there isn't such a stark and dramatic imbalance of these energies. As you know, Taurus, this can play out in our lives with other people. Power plays, imbalances with the same sex and opposite sex. I'm hoping this is showing up and playing out in a way that harmonizes our connections with others, especially our loved ones. Soul rooms. There's I want to look deeper into that. We'll see if we get there, okay? Soul rooms. But let me pull the advice card. Advice card for Taurus. Okay. Ooh, 10 of Swords. I like that, actually. Coming in as advice. King of Swords. Getting clear on what stories you're no longer willing to entertain within yourself. So, outdated stories, outdated perceptions of yourself. 10 of Swords. What could you stand to release in June? I don't know why I'm feeling June to be a month that should be really centered around you, around your healing, around supporting yourself, giving yourself what you need on a daily basis, not neglecting yourself, your health, your, I'm getting wealth, your appearance in any kind of way. I feel like June really needs to be a month where you come back home. You come back home to self. Taurus, I had to pause the video. My husband came home, and I typically like to do these readings when no one's in the house. So here we are a day later, looking at the same spread. This is not very typical, but perhaps needed. Okay. I remember something coming up throughout the reading about pause. I'm going to come back into the reading for you, Taurus. We got a lot so far, but I wanted to pull more cards for you. So, Taurus, June 2025. I think there may be more to touch upon here, but I'm waiting for the words to come through, Taurus. June 2025. Any other messages you have for the beautiful sign of Taurus? Okay, we have, impasse. Impasse. Reflect and redirect your energy. Begin now at the bottom of the deck, and I'm called to look at both of these. So, impasse. Did I say begin again? I meant to say begin now, but begin again could be something coming through for us this June. sort of symbolic of the process of this reading where I paused and now I'm here again, beginning now, beginning again. Okay, so let's see. We have impasse. Turning back isn't necessarily a failure. Sometimes it's the wisest thing you can do. If there's an area in your life where there's an impasse, the universe is telling you to use this as a time to reflect and redirect your energy in another way. Wisdom is knowing when to back down, turn around, and then let it go. There are times in life to break through barriers, and there are times to change direction. There is an area in your life regarding relationships, business, finances, health, or your life path that needs to be evaluated. Perhaps a new route is needed. The sacred traveler wants you to know, if you reach an impasse in life, instead of protesting that it's unfair or unwarranted, change your course. Do it quickly and easily. Instead of focusing on what's not working, focus on what can work and what steps are needed to create a different outcome. This is the sign of a sage. The wise one views an obstacle, and if it's impassable, he immediately steps back and goes a different way. Therein dwells the sage's success. Whatever the obstacle in your life, you have learned what you needed to learn. Now back away and choose a different path. Begin now. Okay, I feel like this is tying into this Ten of Swords, how Taurus, I'm really feeling it's time to show up in a new way. It's time to make the changes we really need to make at a fundamental level. And I remember getting an energy of letting go the thoughts or the beliefs about ourselves that just don't serve us anymore, okay? Ten of Swords is completion of difficult cycles, of karmic lessons. I feel like there really is a pathway opening up for us right now to walk. And it's like we sort of have to leave behind the baggage of all those previous soul lessons. Yes, carry with us the wisdom, but now let's leave behind the baggage and go forward anew. Go forward with a newer, higher perspective, maybe even vantage point that helps us get around some of the impasses in life, some of the blocks in life. Let's look at begin now. Every journey starts with the first step. There is no moment better than the present one to begin. You might not feel ready, but nevertheless, it's now time to start. A new cycle is beginning. Wipe the slate clean and get going. Release familiar routines, stagnant situations, or challenging relationships that no longer support you or empower you. You are at the end of an old cycle and beginning a new, exciting one. Set your sails for a new horizon. There are times when the traveler needs to separate from family, friends, and acquaintances to enter new places within himself or herself. Sometimes the traveler must go beyond what is familiar in order to be open to transformation and change. Thus, the journey brings a heightened sense of awareness and ignites mindfulness. Sometimes it can feel difficult to take that first step, but unless you do, you'll never know the joy and fulfillment that await you. Do it now. In the words of Lao Tzu, a journey of 1,000 miles must begin with a single step. What a powerful time to set intentions around inviting in new experiences, new opportunities, adventure, things you've never done before. It can be so simple, or it can be, a larger adventure. For me, for example, I'm trying new exercise modalities. Today, I tried hot Pilates for the very first time. Pilates in general for the first time. And I'm sort of getting myself out of staying stuck and just allowing myself to explore, try new exercises, new ways of movement, new ways of being, new ways of showing up. I know that was a message that came through before. I feel like that came through, and it still stands. Okay, it still stands today. Trying new things, getting out of your comfort zone, Taurus. Taurians can sometimes be known for getting stuck in a rut, staying in our comfort zone, not pushing beyond what's familiar. But I feel like June, there's going to be more chances or opportunities, or you're going to have this inkling to want to try different things. And it's not coming from that sense of urgency. We touched upon urgency before. We touched upon destination addiction, I think. If not, that might have been in Gemini's reading. But it's coming from a place of curiosity, lightheartedness, exploration, not settling for the first thing that passes by. This could mean relationships, Taurus. A lot of us find love at first sight, and we don't give ourselves the chance to date and explore our options, and then we settle for sometimes mediocre relationships. So giving yourself the right to explore, to date, to not settle necessarily. Do something new, do something different here. Okay. Let's see. Sometimes I'm intimidated to use this deck. There's just so many cards, and they're very symbolic. Okay, so we have happening now. The situation or event in question is occurring now. Okay, I feel like the way this came about, I'm not getting it as a reversed meaning. I'm getting it as like I'm getting a clock image and how something has ended. Okay, the clock has ended, the timer or the cycle has ended, and it's something starting here. What else? Taurus. It's time. It's time. It's time for action. Things are fast-tracked to unfold quickly and smoothly. We have Anam Kara. I think we got this in our last reading as well. Unconditional love, romance, soulmates. I do feel an energy of soulmates coming through as well with the soul rooms card, and there's these two zippers. Infinite love. There could be an infinite love connection that you have that becomes a theme here in June. We have mirror. This could be someone who mirrors parts of you, aspects of you. You do this for this other person as well. I feel like you two align when you're ready to unlock a certain soul lesson and to activate self-love. Let's see. Any messages on this soul connection? Let's see. Something fell on the floor. Okay, I'm getting rings, no, and unchanged. So this is very different coming through. We have Gemini energy. We have the 2 zippers. There's something about a mirror effect that I'm seeing here. Taurus, you could have a connection with someone where it hasn't gone anywhere, and it probably won't go anywhere in June, but it's coming up. The connection itself is coming up for a reason. What is the reason? Let's see. Why is this soul connection coming up in Taurus's reading for the month of June? Give us a clear picture here for the sign of Taurus. Why is this soul connection coming up in Taurus's reading for the month of June? Sapphire and Phoenix. Sapphire is a rare jewel. It's a rare gem, rather. Spiritual insight, wise judgment, divine favor, something precious. We have transformation. Okay, this could be unlocking something new inside of you. Something's able to rise from the ashes, maybe in connection to an old fizzled out soul contract or soul connection. This may not be an active one. You may realize how far you have come. How far you have come, how much you have healed, how much you have found sovereignty away from this person or this connection, something, whatever that is. Okay, I'm getting the end is just the beginning. The end is just the beginning. What does that mean? The end is just the beginning for Taurus. Happening soon, beehive. Okay, there could be an event that will develop or unfold soon, something for you to experience. Okay, we have the number 5, I believe, it's the number 4 here. And then we're jumping to 6. Something happening maybe in the 6th month, June. Beehive. This is hard work paying off. This is maybe your endurance increasing. There could be a harvest as well. But something energetic, and I'm getting also bees to honey. So there could be something energetically happening between you and maybe a soulmate, maybe a long lost lover, or someone you have a very spiritual connection with. You two, there's something about your two energies, even if you're not together, even if you're not in partnership, there's something about your energies that when they do come into close proximity, or when something is active in this connection, it produces something beautiful here within both of your lives. I'm getting your two polar opposites. Okay, what else can we get from this? What else can we get from this for the sign of Taurus? Card flipped over. I feel like someone has given up on this connection, and I'm sorry we're going here. I wasn't expecting to go here, but someone sacrificed this connection in the physical, whether it was you or this other person. Someone sacrificed the connection it wasn't easy for them. Okay, someone here, a Taurus needs to know it wasn't easy for this other person to let you go. And it hasn't been easy. But there was some sort of circumstance in the way. An impossibility in this lifetime. Someone came to acceptance about that. And instead of trying to force it, they let it go. They let you go. Doesn't mean they didn't feel the loss of you or the loss of what you had or the loss of something important between the two of you. They did feel it. And I feel like they have been feeling it. Okay, we have diamond, we have eyeglasses, and yes energy. They have been feeling it. This card keeps coming through, Taurus, for us. The diamond, the creative force, the unconquerable force. Okay. Diamond also refers to commitment. Someone may be committed to, they hold a very special, okay, how do I say this? There's a very special place in someone's heart for you, but I don't think they let you know that. I don't think that's something that they are willing to share with you because they have already made a sacrifice on ending this connection. They've entered a space of acceptance of something not being able to come to pass between you and them. Someone else remains hopeful. Let me see. We have forked road, decisions, and bodybuilder. They could be a bodybuilder. You could be into bodybuilding, fitness, discipline, power. Okay, forked road, a change in direction, choice, turning point. Okay, there could be a forked road in the pathway. You could cross each other's path. You can cross each other's path and something can go either way. There's a there's an unpredictable outcome is what I'm getting between you and a soulmate, or let's not give them a label. Someone you have some sort of strong kismet connection to. Okay. I don't know how deep I want to go into this. Broken vase. Yeah, I feel like there's been a lot of severing, a lot of disruptions in this connection, in this situation. Maybe it's not with a person. Maybe it's with a soul purpose. There's been a lot of disruptions. Okay, disruptions. I'm getting okay, disappointments even. Okay. Anything else? Okay, got a few cards. We have eclipse, person of fire within a few weeks. You or this person can have a lot of fire in their birth chart. There could be something coming up around an eclipse, or this is still from the eclipse energy we still have. Remember, eclipses carry out as a theme for at least like the next 6 months or so until that entire moon cycle ends. But this eclipse energy can also point to the fact that there's two opposites. A union of opposites, and we have these zippers going in opposite directions. Maybe the two of you met at a forked road, but you have different life journeys or different soul lessons, different paths to take, and your meeting was something beautiful. I'm getting marked in time. Marked in time forever will be remembered on your end and this person's end. Okay, it's marked in time, it's marked in the books, but it felt like the two of you had to or have to go your separate ways. Within a few weeks is coming up. Something is coming up within the next few weeks. There could be an unfoldment to this story, or you hear from this person. Now, Taurus, if you hear from this person, there is clearly a person here. If you hear from them, what my advice for you is to just be a witness. Be a witness. Don't, how do I put this? Don't make it personal. Be a witness. Your path, you have this beautiful pathway ahead, Taurus. You have you're going through tremendous transformation. You have already ended significant cycles. So it can be confusing if someone from the past comes up along your pathway. You may wonder, did I actually complete that cycle? Did I actually end things? Have I actually entered the new? You have, Taurus. So don't be fooled if you see or if you cross paths with someone from your past rather. This may be testing your willpower. Okay. Let me see. A truth could be coming out as well. Okay, that's another thing. A truth around this connection can be coming out, coming to the light. That's what happens after an eclipse. Something that was once concealed eventually emerges or merges from the darkness, comes to light. Something revealed. Okay. So that could be what's coming up in the next few weeks. Someone may flat out tell you that they've been grieving you, or their life hasn't been the same since the two of you connected, but that doesn't change the fact that a person has made up their mind that they've accepted the loss, no matter how difficult that loss was for them or for you. So don't get trapped. Don't get caught up in any illusions. If someone returns from your past, it's not a sign to immediately hook up or get involved with them in any sort of way. The real treasure here is being able to be a witness, an observer of this. Try to maybe allow the deeper meaning or the revelations to come up, but don't get trapped. Mother lode energy. You're on a path, you're on different pathways, and yours is a pathway of success. Yours is a pathway of prosperity. I feel like you're going in different directions, and it's okay. And something about being okay with that. Okay. I don't know how much deeper I want to get into this. I'm so surprised that all of this came through here. We have book burning, okay? So, yeah, if you need to do any rituals, and not necessarily using fire, but if you need to do some closing ceremonies around a connection, no matter how much you feel for this person or have in your heart for them, you could still have that love and still make this conscious choice that you're on different paths and you're going in different directions. And your unfoldment, interestingly enough, I knew, okay, I get it. I knew I had to come back a day later because the full download wasn't coming through about this soul rooms, but I'm seeing the picture now. You're like almost side by side in life, but yet going in different directions. It's the strangest vision that I'm getting. It's like two beautiful souls. Perhaps your souls love each other, long for each other, but there's just something that's not happening here in this 3D. But yet, I think there's going to be this strong remembrance of each other. And even if you are so far removed from this person, there's always going to be a little bit of you that feels them and they feel you. And I'm seeing every now and then your paths may cross. Every now and then it's like there's going to be these moments where your paths cross. But don't get caught up in the optical illusion of that and thinking that you have to stay stuck there or still in there. Okay? You're not meant to stay stuck in that crossroads, in that forked road. You're meant to keep moving, and you may once again find yourself crossing paths with this person. Something about acceptance finding acceptance about that. Oof, this is deep. Okay, Taurus, I know this may not apply to everyone. For someone, this may be a personal message. I'm going to try to shift. I think we can go deeper, but I want to be mindful of your time as well. Hot air balloon. Finding a new perspective, a way above or around certain impasses, certain forked roads, not staying necessarily stuck anywhere. Allow yourself more flexibility, more movement, not getting hung up on something, not allowing something to trigger you so deeply, especially if you do cross paths in June with someone who it'll maybe bring up all sorts of things, all sorts of emotions. You're not meant to get stuck there. You're not meant to repeat a lesson. The lesson is done. 10 of Swords. You've done all the book burning you could do. You've done all the clearing, the energetic clearing. Just because you cross paths or you hear from someone doesn't symbolize that lesson reactivates. You are done with a soul lesson. Now it's figuring out how to navigate moving forward with this understanding that you may weave in and out of each other's lives. Very, sort of, what's the word? It's like very synchronized. Okay, but you're not meant to get stuck there, and neither is this other person, if that makes sense. Wow, that's pretty powerful. Okay, so I think someone really needs to hear the message of allowing something to be what it is, without projecting onto it what it means. So, let's say you haven't seen someone for 10 years. Maybe you've been missing them all those 10 years and they cross your path. Okay, take a deep breath. Remember who you are. We have masters, teachers, loved one, chosen one. Remember, you're the diamond. You have sapphire energy. Remain true to you and your path and your calling forward. And you're going to bump into this person more than once. You're going to hear from them more than once along your journey. Let that be the uniqueness and the rareness of this particular connection, that it may not be a constant up in your face, like a constant that's there in the physical, but there's something constant in the spiritual that's happening, that always has happened, that will continue to happen. So not getting hung up on trying to make something work with this person. Okay. I'm going to shift now, Taurus. June 2025. Let's get your spirit animal message. We have Tiger. Faith and inner strength, in the number 6 for June. Tiger, faith, inner strength. When you go through deep waters, I will be with you. Tiger embodies faith and inner strength that inspires awe and admiration. With its powerful presence, the Tiger card serves as a symbol of invincibility, resilience, and steady ground. Tigers are known for their fierce determination to survive and thrive in the face of adversity. They navigate the challenges of their environment with confidence, demonstrating the importance of believing in oneself and one's abilities. Tigers also display a sense of faith in their instincts and intuition. They trust in their inner guidance to navigate the complexities of their world, reminding us to listen to our own inner voice and follow our hearts with courage and conviction. In the presence of the tiger spirit, we are encouraged to believe in ourselves, to trust in our instincts, and to embrace our inner warrior with confidence and resilience. Affirmations. Faith guides me through the darkest of times, illuminating my path with hope and resilience. With faith as my compass, I journey through life with courage. I surrender my worries and fears to the universe, trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Okay. I'm called to leave it here, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, let me know in the comments below. If you want a personal reading, you can always book me on my website. The link is in the description box below. Subscribe for more readings, and I'll see you next time. Take care.